Guys, welcome to the Negro Show.
God damn it, Bunty. What the?
Someone's knocking.
Somebody's at the door. Well, perfect timing. We're about to stream.
I know, right? As soon as we start.
I mean, we're all starting. But yeah. Oh, this guy ordered some filthy Indian food, right?
Oh.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. I know. I specifically said it because Bunty's here. Hi, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back. You know, we missed a week. We missed last week, and we missed you all. We missed doing this. We love doing this.
Yes.
And I'm very happy to have on Bunty, one of the coolest fucking people on the internet, dude. Seriously. One of the coolest people I've met in real life too. Bunty.
Go subscribe to him if you haven't. He's amazing.
Yeah, you better.
Mr. Bunty King.
A little bit. I feel like everyone's been in a bit of a depression.
Oh,
back from
a little bit.
Yeah.
A lot of people definitely, they're absolutely feeling it.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Because VidCon, you just had such a high, like, oh my god, everybody is around me, and then you have to go back to your real life, and it's just sort of like,
yeah.
As for me, especially because things aren't going super well in real life. Like, I mean, you know, just the projects that I've been involved with have just been, you know, I work with an SJW now. Like, I straight up work with an SJW, which is just a really fucked up.
That's right.
Because dealing with literally, he is an entitled white person, and some of the feedback that he gave us for this one promo video that we cut for one of the projects was he didn't like the way the girl that was next to me was dressed up. He felt that she was degrading herself by dressing up the way she did. But the reality is that was fucked up because, you know, in any other situation, sure, maybe that would be something that you could argue because, you know, it could have been the producer that forced her into that clothing. No, but the reality is we went to a store to get outfitted, and she specifically chose the pieces of her outfit. She's like, I want to wear this. I feel like this is cool on me. And he made this judgment, and he was like, she can't believe she dressed down like that. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, what's wrong with this guy? Yeah. He was completely out of line, like completely nuts. Like went full SGW on me on Thursday, and I was so pissed off. And then the worst part is that he is so vital to this project in the sense that he's a project manager on the site, and he's also like the liquor license for the fucking place is under his name. So we can't even just get rid of him. No, we can't even just get rid of this guy. And like, and he knows that.
Are there multiple people in your company that dislike him?
Oh my god! Literally everyone is like, no.
So how come somebody else can't get a liquor license and override this?
Well, because the way it works over here, like it's under his name. It's gonna be a bitch to move it over to like the company's name, and we don't even know how the fuck he got it under his name anyway. I'm thinking that it's because he knew that he was. He knows that he's an annoying fuck and he wanted to have some leverage on us. And like the thing is like that, yeah, that's just it now. And the thing is we have to bend over backwards for this guy. So I can't make jokes that like are a little bit edgy. And like literally the jokes I was making were so tame. They were so tame, like they were considered like for me like they're normie level jokes. Like I wasn't thinking
right?
No. I think the extent of a joke was that I talked about a strip club that's in our neighborhood that is a running gag of the town. And that's the extent of it, you know. And I said, "Oh yeah, Jews own a lot of businesses here," which is actually true. Like a lot of Jews own businesses in the area that I work in, and like that's it. And but we can't even do that anymore. He's gonna trip out. It was too much. It was way too much. I couldn't deal with that.
That's the worst, dude. Yeah. That's the absolute worst.
Because then if we do let him go, he can go outside and he can start talking shit about our project. He can start talking shit about it with everyone, and the next thing you know, like we're like getting like in some ways, I guess for lack of better words, like slandered. Because
why don't people just stand up to him and say, dude, what your views are shit? Like,
no, they did. Okay, they did. Okay, get this, all right? So for those of you guys that aren't aware what this project is that I'm talking about, it's a big community project it's called Bunker, and it's pretty much shipping containers that we stacked up on a site to pretty much make like a bar, a DJ booth, like a terrace, and it's like an art installation. So we had like street artists come by and decorate the container. So and it's like a container village of sorts, and it's got kiosks so businesses can come in and they can set up in there. So I've been doing the social media and the marketing and the PR for that over here. Yeah. And like I've been getting really involved with the community. So I've been doing all the fucking like a lot of the handshaking and like just doing what I do. That's what I normally do. So. At one point after this whole thing went down, he like blew up on me. He went back to the site, and I went to the site, and I was just having a drink, and I was like, I was so pissed off, and I was seeing him around, and he has this really rotten face. I was like, fuck this guy, he's so fucking annoying. What a piece of shit. What a loser. SJW loser. Like, I was like, I didn't think you existed in real life. I thought you just existed in fucking Twitter. Like, what the fuck, man?
Oh, they exist.
No, you split up. And then get this, okay? I leave. I'm like, I'm so pissed. I gotta leave. I'm out of here. I just want to fucking go home and sleep. And then my friend calls me when I go home, right? And he's like, yo, this guy just started yelling at your boss. Because my boss went over and was talking to him about the joke that I made. And she was talking to these girls at the bar. She was like, this is the joke that Bunty made. Is it a bad joke? They're like, yeah. And they were like, no. They're like, no. My boss like, see, like she talks to this guy. She's like, see, nobody really thinks it's an offensive joke. And the guy got so angry, he took his beer, shot it at my boss, shot it at my fucking boss.
What?
Yeah, took his beer, launched it at her feet, okay? Turned down the fucking volume to like the DJ booth and just like yelled some obscene shit. And this is like when people were there during business hours. Well, the thing is that we can't just fire him because of all the shit that's going on. We're so like tight. We have a budget of zero now. It's like fucking crazy.
Start to do the shit.
Whoop his ass.
Yeah, you need to tell him, dude. You need to seriously.
Like, yeah, just whoop his ass, dude. Don't fucking worry about it. Just whoop his ass. I give you permission.
Yeah. Great advice. Well done.
It was really annoying. It was really annoying, man. And he was talking about how we were enabling rape. We're enabling rape by making a joke about a chip joint. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, this is not unreal. This is unreal. So that's when people are talking about. Like, I just caught a conversation with Chris Reagan on Twitter with AD Motivator, and one guy like pretty much said like, oh, all you do is make straw man. Like, we don't act. Those kind of people that you're talking about don't actually exist. I'm like, no, they fucking exist. Like, I work with one. And it's so. I feel oppressed. I'm actually oppressed. I'm oppressed right now.
How do they think these people do this when something like Bill C-16 is a thing? When you can get in trouble, you can actually get legal fines, and then say if you don't do the fines, you can get jail time for misgendering people. You know, you don't respect their pronouns.
I think it's blown out of proportion, man. I really do not see that happening here. Like, nobody is fucking around like that, because I think that a lot of like Canadians in general our culture is geared around acceptance, and like an acceptance that exists on the terms that your culture isn't going to come here and fuck with my culture. Like, that's the idea, right? So it doesn't matter where you're from. If you're going to come here and you're going to chill and do your thing and contribute, then you're cool. But if you're going to come here and start doing honor killings or like acid attacks, well, then we're going to have a problem. So that's the idea, right? So when trans people here are really accepted, I mean, we legalized gay marriage way before the States. You know, we legalized gay marriage like before Germany, and I thought Germany was like a super like fun-loving, like crazy, like just party place. But the reality is that, you know, they're a more conservative country than Canada. So yeah, things are really chilled out here. So I mean, I don't really think that that's actually going to happen. I don't know. I just feel like I mean, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that like you should just like, if someone wants to be called a her or a she, like, you're gonna go out of your way to call them something else?
Well, look, the thing is, it depends on who it is. At least in my opinion, like, say it depends on who it is. If you know the person,
if they ask nicely.
Yeah, I mean, if it's like an honest mistake, I mean, and the thing is, if it's something completely out of just you know, like one of those Zer things,
yeah,
I may not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't encountered that yet, because that just sounds insane to me, but I haven't encountered anything like that. But if like somebody that looks like a dude that says like, can you call me she? And asks very nice, I'll be like, yeah, no problem.
But I feel,
I don't care. Like, I personally don't care.
Yeah.
Like, what is it going to hurt?
Exactly.
The thing is, if you demand, if you make demands,
yeah, that's
like, bro.
Yeah, and I feel like if you're out with people in real life and somebody in real life comes up to you, they just ask very politely, like, hey, I go by Z pronouns, whatever, and they seem like a chill ass fucking person. In that moment, I'm probably gonna be like, you know what, fucking whatever. I don't care enough to fight you on your fucking pronouns. So whatever. But like,
yeah.
But like, if you start forcing it, just being like, if you don't call me Z, then you're assaulting me. No, fuck out of here.
Yeah, like that whole thing between like Jordan Peterson and all of those radical fucking people, like that shit. This is like how we get introduced to it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's crazy. I'm like, dude, this stuff does exist. People like this do exist. All we want is those people to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, really, it comes down to them just be like, dude, shut up. if they just realized that most people would respect their fucking pronouns if they would just be nice about it, and then this wouldn't even be an issue.
And why does it have to be like countrywide or statewide? Why can't it just be on an individual basis?
Yeah.
Why does it have to be this like law that's enforced? Just like do it by individual to individual. If you like, because most people don't care enough to not do it, and if they do, you probably don't want to hang out with them anyways.
Yeah, so, that's a really good point. Like,
go ahead. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say a lot of those people, a lot of the progressive SJWs, I feel like that most of the people that wouldn't respect their pronouns, they probably wouldn't really be associated with anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's kind of weird that they're trying, like, that the people are even trying to implement this. That was like the strangest thing.
It's like you're forcing people to call you a specific name. So like, do you really want people like saying, "Oh yeah, she blah blah blah" to your face, and then behind closed doors be like, "Oh, this fucking cunt"? You know what I mean? Like, do you really want people doing that? Like, because they're gonna hate you if you push shit on them.
Well, you know what's funny about Jordan Peterson? I've seen interviews with the guy, and the guy just seems so like unapproachable and just ill-mannered. I don't know if it's because he's like a genius or something, and that's probably why he just constantly is thinking about his own thoughts in his head. But I've seen him like so this is one trans YouTuber. Her name's Taryn Meyer.
Yeah, I've seen her.
Yeah, and pretty nice person. And she was like asking him, she's like, "How you doing?" And he's like, "Good." And I find that so rude. I like, listen, this is where I'm gonna sound kind of triggered, but like when I always ask people how they're doing. When I go to the drive-thru, I'm like, "How are you?" And like, when they don't ask me like how I'm doing back, I mean, like, it's like I'm just like
rude.
It's rude.
It's rude as fuck.
Like, you know, well, I can get, okay, listen, I don't get bothered when I'm at a drive-thru and they don't say, "How are you back?" Like, I don't feel like I'm entitled to that. It's okay. Yeah. But when it comes to like an interview setting where you're coming to my channel and we're gonna talk and we're gonna hang out on my channel, like ask me how I'm doing too, you fucking loser. Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like don't be an asshole. Don't be this guy. Don't make it awkward off the bat, because like I'm almost waiting for it so I can start a conversation from there. You know, like that's just how it is. Yeah. It's customary. But then again, Jordan Peterson's probably like not for customary like shit like that. I guess he just doesn't. He's so like against going, you know, being forced to say a certain thing that he doesn't really feel like necessarily he has to say. You know, so I get that element too.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I had a talk with him, but we didn't really talk on like say a buddy personal level, so I can't really like speak to that or anything. But you never know with like people that are, you know, intellects. A lot of times they do have it's socially awkward. They'll miss cues and stuff. Yeah,
like, but this is gonna get out of context. Some people are gonna be like, "Well, remember the time you were bashing Jordan Peterson, you fucking cuck."
Straight up.
Like, no, I wasn't bashing him. I'm just asking. Like, fucking, it just seems. I don't know, man. Yeah. But that's just my experience. This is just like based on my experiences.
Yeah, I feel you. All right, so yeah, let's actually. So the first thing that we actually want to talk about, you know, the title of this. We want to do an intro. This is a good intro. And, so we want to talk about Tiregate.
Tiregate.
Yeah, so I know a lot of these people have heard about Tiregate, man. It's been a lot of laughs.
It's so good.
For the people that don't know, there is a woman named Laura Loomer, and she is she's a correspondent at Rebel Media, and you know that Rebel Media, they got some interesting characters on there. You know, they have some. They used to have Lauren Southern.
Yeah.
She's doing her own thing. But this Laura, I mean, I feel like at a certain point, like, that's okay. I'll get to that in a second. I'll fuck it. I'll address it right now. Before I move forward, I've been seeing a couple of things. People are talking about my latest video I just released on Jake Paul. At the very end of it, because you know it was about his latest hip hop song. It was fucking terrible.
Hip hop song.
Yeah, and
who told me here?
Huh?
Jake Paul.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so Jake Paul just released a thing. He clickbaited. It was like supposed to be like a diss track. So like to the YouTubers and the haters and shit, but it was just like, oh, this isn't a diss track. This is just a message to the media and the general haters. And it was just crazy clickbait. And the song was terrible auto-tune. It was just a bad song. And at the very end, I haven't Somebody's saying the audio is shit. How's the audio sound, guys?
Yeah.
Because I actually heard.
The audio is...
It's because I actually heard even my roommate said that it doesn't sound very good. And if that's the case, you know, I can just. Is the
mic not? How do you hear it, Bunty? Is the mic pretty good?
I hear you guys fine.
We sound fine?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not an audiophile though, so I'm sure, maybe.
Maybe it's I don't know. We'll see what the people are saying.
Yeah.
But anywho, someone said could be better. It's pretty good. All right, it's suspect. Fuck. Anyway, the last thing I was just gonna say about that is at the very end of my latest video, I just released it maybe like 3-4 hours ago. I put out like a couple of verses, like this hip hop track I did. It was a little bit of an underground feel, just to like counteract what he's doing, because he's really destroying like hip hop. Even like say I don't completely hate all trap music, and he's just ruining the fucking genre. He's ruining YouTube. So I just put some stuff out there to kind of like just counteract it, and people are digging it. They're receiving pretty well. So I appreciate that. But fuck it. It's all about Laura Loomer. Laura Loomer, man. Laura Loomer. I guess not too long ago, she got doxxed, and she got doxxed, and because of that, supposedly, allegedly, she had her tire slashed. Allegedly. Yeah, so she had her tire slashed, you know, and it's always, you know, in the very beginning when you hear something like that, you know, it's something serious. It's a serious accusation. It's a serious situation, because that's really scary to think about. Somebody actually went out of their way to like slash your tire or something like that.
But also, you can't jump to conclusions at the beginning of something happening.
Definitely. Like, you can't say like, hey, it was definitely slashed, especially when you look at the tire itself.
Yeah.
When you look at the tire itself, it's very worn out. And somebody, I don't remember who the fuck it was. Somebody was saying like, oh, that tire.
Michelin actually commented, and they were saying, they were saying like, yeah, this looks like a rotten tire. Doesn't look like anything.
Yeah.
It's just that one, and then there's 2 more after that.
It's not this, right?
Nah.
Okay. It was this one, and then these two ones.
Yeah.
Okay. So this was actually the Riverside when they were talking about this.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do a screen share so you guys can see some of the stuff. Should I show these ones first?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Let me share the screen so everybody can see it. You guys can see what we're looking at.
Yeah, but like, I mean, if it was like a blowout, though.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like,
if it was a blowout, wouldn't her car be a little bit more fucked up? Because I mean, a blowout when she's driving would be really nuts.
Well, I don't really know. Like, say if it was one of those things where she just walked out to the car and saw that it was like her tire was fucked up or something.
Like maybe her tire, maybe she hit a curb and then she didn't realize it, and then as soon as she got home, it was like inflated. I don't know how the fuck
that definitely something like that could happen. Yeah. I one time hit a curb and I took a chunk out of my fucking tire before. You know,
but your tires just don't explode. Like it takes a while for it to deflate.
No, yeah,
right?
it didn't explode.
Yeah.
But you look at her tires; they weren't good tires. And I wish I would have pulled up a picture. But what we have right here is this is one of her a service ticket that she had, and what you were talking about is what.
Okay, so
yeah, you go ahead and break it down.
So basically, if you read the top part of this, this is like a service check for when you take your car in, and they say at the top of this like fill out form that you basically, to speed up your visit to our service department and more accurately complete the service you require, please take a few moments to complete this form. Thank you, blah 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 blah. So she was on Twitter claiming that, see guys, like my tires were slashed, but this doesn't say shit. This is just her filling out a form claiming that her tires were slashed. This is another one. Basically, this is her claiming that the tire was slashed. But it's not. It's just her handwriting, the same handwriting, basically claiming that her tires were slashed. But this is all allegedly.
Yeah, it's alleged, and it's one of those things that, from the, you know, I wouldn't be. You always want to, if somebody's getting attacked or something, you want to give them like the benefit of the doubt, right? But it's one of those things that, the way she behaves, the way that she's acted in the past. I mean, she's notorious, or infamous, I guess, for storming the Shakespeare in the Park, where she was like, oh, you guys just want to assassinate Trump, when it's been a play that they've done multiple times. They even did it when Obama was around, and they've assassinated Obama. They killed Obama in the play too. Yeah. And so it's a thing that they do. But of course, her being the right-wing SJW, she fucking storms and shuts it down. And then, like, people were yelling, like, some guy was like, you guys are all Goebbels, like Joseph Goebbels. And I'm like, isn't that what don't SJWs call them Nazis or something? I don't understand. I didn't understand what the fuck was going on. It was a crazy situation. Things were getting way blown out of proportion. I was seeing people on the right saying, "Oh, this is how SJWs act. We need to fight fire with fire." And I was like, "Fuck you, dude. Fuck you." I never. One of the things, like, no, we don't want to stoop to their fucking level, right?
Yeah.
Like, well, that's one of those things. You don't want to act like a child and try to scream and shut stuff down. You know, like, it's like the antithesis of like free speech, right? Like, people are trying to just do their thing. They're trying to free expression, and then you're trying to shut them down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, it's crazy.
Yeah.
What do you think, Bunty?
I mean, I was totally against like, you know, Kathy Griffin getting fired for all the stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I really didn't. I mean, people were like, "Well, it was like a threat." I'm like, listen, you really think that it was a threat? Someone like Kathy Griffin, like this old lady, old comedian holding some stupid Trump head, and then of course, you know, the right also saying things like, "Oh my God, like I can't believe that the son's like." Well, I think he said his son was traumatized. Like, he was lying too. Like, his son did. Of course, his son knew it wasn't his dad, unless his son is actually fucking straight up retarded. Like, I mean, come on. Like,
I mean, you never know.
Like, wait. No, there's no way, man. There's no fucking way. Come on. It's not the son's old enough to be like, the son is old enough to be aware of the situation that his father is in, which is, you know, as being the president of the United States. Like, he's not like some idiot kid. So I'm pretty sure that he's gonna know that it's not his dad that's been decapitated by Kathy fucking Griffin. So like, that's the thing that like completely trips me out. It's like you have these people on the right that are doing the exact same things that the people are doing on the left, and like, you're never gonna have that balance if the people on the right start acting up like this. Like, it's really stupid. Like, they're the ones that are always complaining about getting fired from their jobs because they said something a little bit questionable. I don't think that they should get fired from their jobs. I think they should be welcomed to the community and be like, yo, listen, like, maybe what you said is a little bit retarded, but don't stop saying that, please. It sounds fucking retarded. You know, like, I don't know, just that's just the thing. I just feel like the whole thing with like Laura Loomer and like this like tire, and then also that whole thing with the play was like it's just I don't know, it's like a little bit dramatic.
Yeah,
too dramatic. It's like with the same reason why we make fun of the SJWs. They're really dramatic, overly dramatic.
Exactly.
Yeah, true.
And I feel like, I wonder what the people at Rebel Media and how they feel. I wonder if they're like, oh, what the fuck are we gonna do about this? What are we gonna do about this person? Because
probably it's working in their favor, honestly, man. I don't think it really affects them. They got Gavin McInnes saying some really funny shit all the time. So
I mean, yeah, Gavin, you know, he's always been Gavin. He's always been this fucking weirdo that says a bunch of outlandish stuff. He's like that edgy guy with that, you know, whatever. And
he's an edgy dad. He's like
edgy dad.
he's also really an edgy dad. He's old. But he's also like, I really like Gavin McInnes because he's also old school Montreal. Like, this guy was in Montreal like back in the day. Like, I hang out often in like the areas that he would hang out in, because like that it's not because it's just the way it happens. It's just that he like grew up in like a very cool part of Montreal, started Vice, you know, and when Vice was like edgy and shit, and then he left when Vice got cucked out.
Oh yeah, they definitely did.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I like him. I do definitely like Gavin, even though like he does say, like you say, some outlandish things, like some really crazy things. But
yeah, I mean,
I feel like he's got a good heart. I feel like he doesn't have that. Have you seen his video on how to fight a baby?
No.
No, what?
Yeah, you have to watch his video. You have to watch his video on how to fight a baby. There were so many people that were pissed off with him about it, but it was so funny. It's pretty much a video of him holding his baby and like fighting his baby, like flipping his baby, like putting his baby into a chokehold and then pushing the baby off, and the baby's just like making baby noises and like having a great time and like smiling. And, like, it's really cute. It's so cute, and it was just a really good video. I loved it. So that made me fall in love with Gavin. So, yeah.
I mean, I might have to check that out. I've only seen like a couple of videos. This was a long time ago.
I always end up derailing conversations. I know you guys wanted to talk about Laura Loomer, and then we went to like something else entirely.
What's the matter with you, bro?
Yeah, Bunty.
We're gonna have to let you go, but nah, it's all good. It's all good, man. Time filling up that sweet space. We can keep going on to a little bit of Laura, because she did have. Now there's something that I wanted to bring up because Sarah showed me. Let me do another screen share. One more time, baby.
So this is basically, I have to pull up the person's name on Twitter. I don't know who somebody basically contacted the actual, it's Riverside Service, it's like a tire service wherever Laura Loomer lives, and they emailed them, and this is allegedly what the service company had to say back. We are a small tire repair shop. We don't use social media. I Google what she put online, and I'm not happy that our name is being associated with this. I tried explaining to her how the tire got cuts in it, but she didn't want to hear it. Everyone else gets it but her. Please don't pass judgment on us for hearing her ramblings. But the thing is, now reading it over a second time, I realized that there's a lot of spelling errors in this.
Yeah.
And if it was a legitimate tire company, I feel like they would, you know, be a lot more hello, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. You know, it'd be a lot more businessy.
Yeah.
Instead of it being like all this and sent from an iPhone. I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, looking at the sent from the iPhone, and then there's no business contact.
Yeah, there's no contact. They
like
have
no
it all
signature.
hidden.
Usually, you always have to send to the business.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that would suggest that it's not real. However, I will say, because I've been to quite a few tire places in my time, especially cheap ones, trying to save money.
Yeah, they're quick
and they're so like illegitimate.
Yeah.
They're like not set up very correctly.
Yeah.
Like this, that seems so unprofessional that it could be real.
But yeah, true.
Like it's one of those things that like
True.
I don't know. Not sure.
Yeah, I know. It really isn't sure. I mean,
but it's one of those.
What you think?
When I saw this whole Target thing, I was like, do people really have nothing to talk about? Is this what's happening? Like this is what we're talking about.
I mean, honestly, yes, that's exactly what it is, man. When you think about it, because
it's like nobody's talking about anything. So they're talking about this. They're trying to investigate this whole tire situation and whether it's real or it's not. And it's just like I'm just like, who gives? Like I can't fucking dumb.
Like, dude, nobody would have cared.
Like,
she's like doubled down so much. She's like so fucking much.
Defend me and my tire.
Bro, oh my god, that tweet, man.
That's so
pull that
good.
shit up, dude.
So good.
That fucking tweet.
It's on her Twitter.
I shared. I can get to it faster right here.
Did she really say defend me and my tire?
Well,
yes.
I'm gonna pull it up right now.
Wait, you weren't in on this shit, Bunty?
No, I've been just honestly my mentions are so loaded that I'm always trying to reply to people in my mentions, so I really barely explore my timeline, which is why I'm not really I do now. Now I'm like trying to like get back into like just like seeing what's going on and like seeing what's happening and interacting with like my friends on Twitter, but it's hard sometimes. It's really hard.
Hell yeah, man. Especially like my mentions suck now. There's just too much traffic going on. But yeah, look at this. Look at this fucking bullshit right here, dude.
Oh.
Yeah. If you won't stand with me, then I won't stand with you. I'm not going to defend people I disagree with if they won't defend me and my tire. My fucking tire. Like, why would you say that?
So good.
We gotta defend your tire.
Wait, if you look down
Did you-
shit.
Don't to me or my tire ever again.
No, this is a quote tweet.
Okay.
No, I saw Shoe and that
Shoes
shit
was hilarious.
that shit fucking
dying.
went up. I just shared it. I just shared the thing. And I was
Yeah.
like, you know that fucking remember that meme? Don't talk to me or my son ever again.
Yes.
I know.
Don't talk to me or my tire ever again. Like just straight up. I'm like, dude, that's in a nutshell how ridiculous this shit is kind of like gotten to. A fucking tire.
Tire.
And like this, like in the chat, like tire lives matter. Like I've seen that. Like people talking about this stuff.
Did you see the meme I made about that shit?
I did. That was pretty good.
Not my type.
He's fucking like it's so dumb. Fucking
Tiregate.
Tiregate. That's funny. Like gate is it's ruined.
It's a meme now.
It's fucking
Gate
totally ruined.
is
It started with Watergate and then
I always thought it was so dumb. I always thought Watergate to like Deflategate.
I mean at least Watergate's real.
Yeah, Watergate was
actually,
real,
but like Hotel Watergate.
Gamergate. I was like everything was Gate, something else Gate. I was just like, this is dumb. I don't want any of this shit.
Fucking there's even people just stupid hashtag Gate. Just
Gate,
like
Gate.
like it got fucking blown out of proportion. See, some motherfuckers literally just to this Gate. See, they know what somebody that probably just showed up saying what is Tiregate. Yeah, I would read them just because we're pretty much done with this. But just real quick, for the people that joined, Tiregate, Laura Loomer, she does, she was a correspondent for the Rebel Media.
Yeah.
She allegedly got doxxed, and then apparently she says that her tire got slashed
shortly after.
Yeah. So, and then she took a picture. It was blowing it out of proportion. There's a lot of evidence to suggest that it was just a bad old tire that it had a blowout. But she swears she's trying to make it like she's totally the victim and stuff, and it just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good, and she's fucking stupid. This straight up. You know, if something really did happen, that fucking sucks. But it's just I'm leaning more towards it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Just straight up. And with that being said, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. Now we're gonna go. We're gonna go over and read some of them super chats. I know we got a couple of them.
I always forget what super chats are.
They're in the community. Just remember that. Community. Oh, somebody wants to take one of my songs and convert it. I think I have to actually post it or something. All right, so we've got a couple of them right now.
Oh, sure.
Oh wait, no, we got more than that. Oh no, we just got a couple, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this one, Malcolm from the north. My boy Malcolm. $10, dude. Thank you so much. And he just says my three favorite cuck melters.
Melters.
we be melting them cucks, man. I'm down with that. And we got Bob Rob right here, $5, and he says, "Can we get some more of those fire freestyles?" And for the people that just joined us, I've mentioned it briefly, but the video that I just released on Jake Paul, at the very end of that video, I released about like maybe a 2-minute, just like a cipher almost. I wouldn't even call it a cipher because it wasn't like a group thing, but it was just not a proper song. I wouldn't say it was a freestyle because I wrote it down, but it was just me spitting some bars and two verses. Oh. But yeah, if you guys want to check it out and let me know what you think. People were actually asking they wanted it on iTunes or something, or SoundCloud or something. So I'm actually considering I'll actually go to an actual studio and maybe just actually legitimately record it or something, because I use this mic right here, this fucking USB mic.
The Yeti.
Yeah, the Yeti. I recorded on the fucking Yeti. Threw some fucking reverb on it, just try to fix it up as pretty as I can so it doesn't sound like complete dog shit. And people are okay with it. And that's another reason why I was like, oh, this is terrible.
I want a real mic.
Yeah.
I need a real mic. Like a clip
mic.
What
mic you got, Bunty?
I have a Yeti as well. I have a like silver Yeti.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all got the Yeti. It's
The Yeti's like the YouTube starter, part of the YouTube starter kit. But the only thing that's fucked up right now is like I really need I'm really considering opening up a Patreon now at this point.
Do it.
Yeah, I would, man. The sooner the better.
Yeah.
The sooner the better.
You won't regret it.
Hell yeah. I got another super chat from Tiberius Kirk, man. How you doing? How you doing, man? Love Star Trek. And it says, what's up, guy? Hope you are doing well. I am doing well. You know I'm doing well. Hanging out with this trap right here.
Hell yeah.
It's really like
dick bigger than the moon.
Is that interesting? I mean, I should know though. You know? Yeah. Yeah. So no, but yeah, like I said before, I said on Twitter or it was on Instagram or something. I posted and I was talking about how our streams is my favorite part of the week. It's just, it's fucking it's always fun. It's always a good time hanging out. And so we missed last week, and that shit like kind of bummed me out. I was like, oh man, gotta get that shit going on again. So now we're just gonna keep knocking it out. So definitely, man, doing very well now. Doing very well. Let's look at a little bit of these comments. Let's see, people keep seeing some weird shit.
What the fuck is digital blackface?
I don't know.
I keep saying that comment.
I saw it too. I don't know.
Talk about digital blackface, dude. People
yeah, what the fuck? What is that?
Oh,
do you know what that is, Bunty?
No. Let me just go ahead and just like try to figure out what it is with you guys, because I think that I've seen it. Like digital blackface would probably be like these people that are creating like black people accounts or like black Twitter accounts, but they're like conservative Twitter accounts, but they're using like stock imagery of just like black people.
What?
Yeah, I saw one that was really fucking weird. I was like, what the fuck is this? It was like a,
to do what?
it was like a make Trump, make America great again account with like a fucking like, you know, okay symbol emoji and like with the black hand, and then like the Twitter banner was a Trump banner, and then they had like 131,000 followers.
Somebody just said digital blackface is white people using black people gifs.
Oh.
Like black people memes.
Didn't you share something about that?
Yeah, and somebody was like, excuse me, why are you using a meme from Black Twitter? What the fuck? I was like, I'm not allowed to use like Gifts with black people in it? What the fuck?
No. Are you kidding me?
Oh shit! I totally. Then I'm talking about something entirely different. Because there was definitely a Twitter account that I saw that had 131,000 followers, and it was a black person, but it was a stock image of a black person.
What the fuck?
Weird as fuck. Yeah, weird as fuck, dude. Weird as fuck. Yeah, just to like make it look like. And then someone was like, "Why would you even do that? I mean, there's black people who support Trump. Like, why would you need that?"
No, they're non-existent. That's not black and conservative is not a thing. Like gays and conservatives doesn't exist.
That's a thing. People are upset with people using like
It's becoming a thing. People are like, oh, all right, what else can we be fucking mad about? You know, and now it's like, hey, you can't share a GIF with black people in it if you're not black. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
It's like, okay, then don't share any GIFs with white people in it. Like, what the fuck? Is that the level we're at?
Yes. Yes. All right, so we got a couple more super chats. One says, "Mad Black Atheist, no more gods." Damn. And there's a fellow coon here. Throw me a shout out for my channel. So, hey guys, check out Mad Black Atheist, No More Gods. Maybe that's some good shit. That's a pretty good title. I can remember that shit. All right, and we got two bucks from Henry Goldsith, and it says traps are gay. Love you guys. Hey, thank you very much, man. Love you too. Thanks for listening and stuff. You guys are fucking all of you motherfuckers that are listening to. Thank you so much. All right. The next thing I want to do is wrap up the stream. Not kidding. No, we want to talk about because Bunty released a video. I believe it was yesterday.
Oh yeah.
And he was talking about marriage, and he was talking about his point of view and his perception and things, and like say why he wants to get married and stuff. And I thought it was a very interesting video because it's a subject that I've ran into the same thing. I've ran into the same thing where people that are, it's usually on the younger side of millennials that are just completely like, they think that marriage is abhorrent. They think that it's just egregious, and because of like they have statistical data to back things up. And my whole thing is, the data doesn't like, it didn't like deter me from wanting to. It didn't keep me away from liking the idea of marriage. For like say from actually, from the things I experienced, the things that Bunty even talked about, like he wants to do certain things, barbecues and all this stuff with his like his family, certain things that stereotypical marriage stuff. Yeah. And a lot of it sounds pretty fucking good, especially as I've gotten older. There's definitely a like I lack like that bond or that connection. Whereas when I was a lot younger, I didn't give a fuck about anything. And then that was until like maybe like 2013 where I got into an extremely serious relationship. And when that shit I got a rug pulled from under me and like fucked my world up, right?
Yeah.
And Bunty talked about some certain stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really appreciated that video, man, because it's something that I've always definitely wanted to talk about.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's interesting because a lot of people like look at marriage, like you said, like they look at marriage as a burden. They look at children as a burden. They look at like just they look at it as like the end of the road, and it's not the end of the road. It's actually like depending on the person that you end up with, it's the beginning of a fucking it's the beginning of a fucking highway. That's what it is, and that highway is like you don't know where the fuck you're going, and it all depends on like how like dope your partner is. So for me, like it's super important. Like I don't date girls now unless I can see major wife potential there.
Okay.
Like major. And I need to date someone who's powerful. I can't date someone who's like who's like I'm all about like I need to date someone who's down to like invest in who has her own ambition and is also like caring enough to care about my ambitions. Because I mean, like I want her to succeed. Like that's my goal. And I was just talking to a friend last night, and we were talking about how there's a lot of people right now that exist that really do desire that companionship. I would say almost everyone desires that companionship, that level of being able to be invested in someone, and not only be invested in a person, have that investment returned. And it's because we live in a society where we see a lot of people that are super confused. And of course, they've convinced themselves that like marriage and like relationships have to be super lovey-dovey and loaded with sex all the time. So I know for a fact that you could get a relationship and have amazing sex like 4 or 5 times a day, like as many times as you want for like a year or two, and it could like that could be the case for you. And the next thing you know, you're gonna hit a dry spell. You're not gonna be doing it anymore. And there needs to be more than just the sexual element to your relationship. You need to be able to be invested in that person's intellect, in that person's life. Like there's so much more than just romance. It's also about like this commitment, this desire, this burning desire to be able to work on someone else while they're also working on you. And that's what like I look for in a woman. I'm not looking for some woman that I can just fuck, because I can find any woman to fuck. I can like literally get something lined up this Tuesday. I could be like, hey, by the way, let's fuck, and it would not be an issue for me. But the thing is that it's such an empty feeling. It's an empty fucking feeling.
Absolutely.
And there's so much more to it. And I feel like, yes, a lot of people go into marriage thinking that they're going to be the ones that aren't going to break up. But that's because they're probably going in the wrong way. They're going in with that temporary feeling of love, that temporary feeling of that super lovey-dovey romance, you know, because it's going to go away. But if they both know that there's going to be a point where they're going to hit a bump in the road and that they have to deal with it, if they both know that it's going to be work and that it's not always going to be fucking, it's not going to smell like roses all the time, sometimes it's just going to smell like shit, they'll probably have a long-lasting marriage. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I think the reason why today's generation, like, why marriage is so fucked up is because people are getting to the point where, you know, everything is disposable. Everything is, you know, you use it for 2 months and then you throw it away. You get a new phone every 2 years. You get new things every, you know. And so everything is becoming so materialistic that even relationships are becoming disposable to people. And, you know, you'll use it until something better comes along. And you're just like, well, I don't really need this thing anymore because I got the better version or whatever. And so, you know, people get married thinking, oh, like, I love this person, blah, blah, blah. But then, you know, you find out that this person's an actual fucking human being, and, you know, they take shits in the bathroom, and oh my god, they smell bad sometimes, and you start to figure out that this person's an actual person, and you're just like, I don't fucking want this anymore, and so you throw it away, and you try to go look for something else. And that's why I think marriage is so fucked up to the point that it is because people are treating relationships as if they're disposable.
Yeah, no, totally.
And
listen, at the end of the day, if you're really, really unhappy, you have to be with someone that is gonna be able, you can talk to. And like one of the things that, like, I mean, I dated this girl for 3 years, and we were living together, and then we had a conversation about how unhappy she was. And I remember at the very beginning of our relationship, I said, listen, I love you so much that if you were unhappy, I would let you go. That's what I said to her at the beginning of our relationship. You know, I was like, I don't want to like hold you back. And so I didn't hold her back, and she didn't hold me back, you know, and that's why we understood, like, we immediately had that understanding that we respected each other and that we cared about each other. So, and it's funny, I shared the video with her. Like, I uploaded it and then I shared it with her, and she texted me back like 7 minutes later, and she was like, she's like, I definitely would always have her back. Like that, like, and so that's the experience that I had, and that was a breakup. So for me, like, I go into it thinking like my future partner isn't gonna have, I'm not gonna have like a fucked up situation again. I mean, my last relationship was really fucked up. I mean, the girl was fucking dating someone else for the entire duration while she was dating me. I had no idea. I had no fucking clue that she was dating another guy, but she was. Yeah, she was. And like, that's a sign of someone who's so unhappy with themselves, so unhappy with their situation that they couldn't go ahead and talk to this person that they're with and be like, listen, I'm not in love with you anymore. I'm in love with someone else. I can't be with you anymore. Like, she couldn't do that, you know? And ultimately, like, it's just that. And see, that experience, if I had that experience without having the previous one of this amazing relationship, yeah, maybe I'd be a different person. Maybe I'd be like, fuck marriage. Fuck the idea of long-term commitment. I don't believe in monogamy because clearly it didn't work for me. But it did work for me in the sense that even though we weren't together anymore, like, it was just that, like, we both understood that we grew out of the relationship, and maybe there's something else out there for each other. So it wasn't a loss when we broke up. It wasn't a loss at all. It was just like, now we know that the next person I'm gonna take all the things that I've liked or developed over the last few years and like look for it in another human being. And whenever I meet the next person, like, it'll be there. Everything will be cool. It'll be chill. Like, I'm not gonna meet. I think I also go through, like, I'm very intense. I mean, I've been told in real life that, like, I'm just like in dating situations that I'm like very different from other guys in the sense that, like, I approach it in not a business manner, but I'm like, listen, I'm looking for a partner. I'm not looking for like someone I can just have sex with. I'm looking for someone that I can like be with. And I ask them all these questions. I'm like, but it's not like over time, right? I'm not asking them questions in the first night. I just over time, as I get to know them, I ask them these questions that kind of like give me the
application, man. Just give them a fucking application. Yeah. But no, I totally understand. Like, especially at the level you're at, I'm pretty much at the same level, or at the age that I'm at too. I pretty much, if I can, I would like my next relationship to be like that's the thing, and I don't have to fucking like, it's not gonna just be some stupid one-off thing, and I'm gonna have to be searching and starting over from scratch, because that's like the worst thing. It's it's happened to like so many people. Like we've all a bunch of people in the chat, I'm sure. Like you invested so much time into something, and it's like boom, back to square one. Yeah. And it's like the worst fucking feeling, man.
I also feel like now I really need someone that's gonna be. This is gonna sound so shit and weird, but I never really understood why celebrities only date celebrities. Like, why are they only dating? Why don't they just date like other people that aren't celebrities, that aren't tied to like the Hollywood industry and stuff like that? And some do, definitely, but majority of them date celebrities. But I realize now, like, I want to date someone that is like able to be in front of camera, who's going to be able to get involved with me on a public level. Like, those are the kinds of, and who's going to be able to have a public relationship with me. And that's
it's not shitty. That's not shitty at all, man. Like, it's something that I never really cared about before, because obviously I was never looking for notoriety and stuff, and then it just kind of, this shit works out. But even in like, say, one of my recent relationship I got out, that was kind of like the plan. We were gonna like take over fucking YouTube, like not literally, but we're gonna create our space in it. I wanted to, and I still want to do this, man. I want to have like a type of relationship. I want to be like I love Ethan and Hila's relationship. I think they're like ultimate relationship goals, in my opinion. I love the way they work together. I love, like, there's even moments in some of their videos where I'm like, holy shit, man, like that's so real, and it's so like cheesy and corny, but I'm like, dude, they're husband and wife, you know what I mean? So they're doing all their goofs and gaffes, but then they're being real at the same time. And I'm like, yo, that's something I would definitely like to aspire to, especially it would give me, if we're not completely separated, you know what I mean, as far as like our livelihood goes, you can help each other out so much. It's it's like Ethan always says that H3H3 would not be a thing without Hila, even though she doesn't do that much, like, or at least she didn't used to hardly do anything. She hardly didn't used to even be on the camera. He's like, but if you weren't in my life, I would not be where I'm at now. And I'm like, yeah, and I totally believe that. And so it's fucking cool how shit worked out for them.
Totally.
Yeah. And it's crazy because like it's so hard to once you get to this certain like level of like followers or whatever, it sucks because finding somebody who's like not really into social media, but then you start dating them and then they like wow, you have all these followers and whoa, like, and then a couple weeks later they're like, hey, I think I want to do YouTube, and then they kind of like, you know what I mean, they try to like insinuate they want to social climb you. It's like
I think that's never really happened to me. One of the things that has happened is that, like, or frequently happened, is that they're so disconnected from the reality that I'm present in, or like this idea of social media and being and online entertainment, that they're like, it's hard to talk to them about things. Like, it's like hard to them, like, and like, it's unfortunate because if a woman is dating me, because of how open and public I am with my lifestyle, I don't want to have any secrets with anyone on the internet. Like, I have a clean record. Like, you can't really find dirt about me on the internet. You can do a name search and all that stuff. You can't find dirt about me. I haven't said fucked up things from the past. You'll find it, but like, you'll find it. But the thing is, like, but I'm so open with it. I've been so open with everything, and I want to continue being open. And like, when I get into a relationship with a girl, like, you better believe like that people are gonna know what her name is, and you're gonna that she'll be present. Like, she'll be present in my social media, so it's gonna happen. So they need to be comfortable with knowing that they're at any given point, like millions of people are gonna see them every fucking month. Like, that's the idea.
Have your past relationships been like 25 and older?
What do you mean?
Like, have like the women that you've dated, or have they been like fairly like 24 and older?
Yeah, well, last girl I went on a date with was like almost 31.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
Like, there's just like, there's some there's a girl I'm going on a date with on Tuesday who's like 34, 34, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, and like and then there's also, I mean, my ex was 27. Yeah, so
because I feel like for the like when you're at least like 24, 25 and up, it's there's a lot more people who aren't involved in social media, but like people in like my age and younger, everyone's involved in social media. So it's like if I go on a date with a guy who's my age, it's like the second he finds out I do YouTube, he's like, oh shit, you do YouTube? Oh my god, how many followers do you have? And I'm just like, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's fucking, it's like it's transparent. You can see that they're trying, you know, they're interested in social climbing you and creating a platform for themselves. It's like, fuck, man. Just be genuine.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's not gonna happen to me, thankfully. I hope it never does.
Yeah, I haven't had too much stuff happen, but I will, like, I've known that it's weird because I'm in like the early, you know, like the early millennials. Yeah. Where I kind of crossed over with Gen X a little bit too.
Yeah.
And I was still in the mindset, like when I was growing up, we had a pen and paper with us. We would go and we'd meet girls at the mall or theme parks or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And that shit, like towards 2010, you know, around that, it was fucking totally gone. Like you don't do that. That's just weird now. It's weird. Like it's all like online. One of my friends had to explain to me. Like, I remember he was like, bro, you've never heard of like Plenty of Fish or Okay Cupid? I swear to God. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? And then he showed me this whole world. I'm like, this is where it's popping. This is what's happening now. Yeah. And it really changed things up. And there's a lot of things that it's weird because like I remember when I was using that stuff and it was very different. Like say when I wasn't doing the YouTube thing because I was an accountant. And then like accountant's a pretty stable job, and I noticed that like say I'll get a lot of women, business savvy women, a lot of them, they're like, oh, this guy seems probably well put together. And then once I in my early stages of YouTube, I went back on it when I got out of this one relationship, and it was like the only people like it was like, oh, I'm fucking doing YouTube right now, right? And the women that I was getting, they're fucking dumb, dude. Like they would see that because they read this shit. They would see that, and then they would be like, "Oh, I want to see your stuff, and maybe we can do this or some shit." I'm like, "What the fuck?" Video? And I was kind of like, "What? That's weird." Or like say, the weirdest one that I encountered. This girl, she seems kind of, she's like really impressed by my stuff that's on there, and we went on a date, and we're like complete opposites. She, for example, she cried at Trump's inauguration, or you know, like she cried at she cried. She's one of those sensies, and I'm like, and I was like, ugh. And then we started talking about my channel a little bit, and I'm like, yeah, obviously I hate my channel, but she's so like just smitten by the fact that like I'm just technically, you know, up there or something, that she would look past all that stuff, and she's like, oh, I hope I see you again and all that stuff. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, dude?
Thirsty, damn.
I'm like, bro, like, are you kidding? Like, dude, I'm not trying to just like I'm be real. Like, I'm not just trying to like fuck a bunch of chicks, right? Like, it's something that, like, say Bunty, I'm sure you've been through. Like, it's something that part of my life is totally fucking over. It's something that, especially with YouTube now, yes. If I wish I would have been a YouTube star when I was 18, 20. Holy shit, dude.
No.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I don't. I'm actually so thankful that I didn't get like, I remember when Epic Mealtime took off over here in Montreal, I was friends with the guys who it took off with, and they completely, it felt like they abandoned me, like they didn't want me around, and I was 21 at the time, and I was so hurt. I was like, oh, why the fuck wasn't I involved? I would have been a cool part of the team and stuff like that. And then I realized, I'm so glad I didn't get any form of, or any semblance of fame earlier. You know, like now at this point, as it's starting to rise, I'm able to be a bit more like centered and mature about receiving any kind of attention. One thing I have noticed though is that because I talk to so many people, there's so many women that I've encountered online that are from different parts of the world who I would be like 100% wifing if they were here in Montreal. Like, that's the fucking crazy thing, is like, because we're talking to so many people. What?
Bro, let me tell you something. I know exactly what you mean. And my thing is, I didn't let that stop me, because I'm like, you know what, this chick seems dope as fuck. I can do this job from anywhere. I'm gonna go where I please. And unfortunately, you know, my last relationship didn't work out, but there was the reason. It was like 90% of the reason why I fucking went to Greece, because, you know, I encountered someone that was fucking pretty dope. And you know, that part of my chapter of my life is over, but it was because of that, because you meet so many people around the fucking world that you're bound to run into somebody that's like, dude, this person's fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, like,
and white material or waifu.
Yeah, no, it's not that, and that's the thing. And I don't like when I say that, like, I don't want it to make it seem like I'm some sort of player or anything like that. It's just that I have conversations with people, and unfortunately, you know, not unfortunately, I'm not even gonna say unfortunately. Like, as a guy who's a heterosexual fucking male, I'm gonna talk to women that I find attractive, you know, on Twitter, especially if they're like they align with my values. And so in talking to them, we end up liking each other that way. But obviously, it doesn't go past a certain point because of the fact that there's all these miles between us, and I'm going to be a normal person about it. I'm going to be realistic about it. But it's crazy because as you start talking to more and more people, you really realize there's a lot of people out there that are very like similar to you and would be totally down to. That's why when I hear about all the whole like this doesn't work, this won't work, I'm like, no, like I know like 7 women I would love to fucking just get into a relationship with because of just how they are. Obviously, the ones that are closer to you are going to win out, but
Bunty's got hoes.
Wait, when did the Saints start?
No. Oh, they started.
I'm like trying not to fuck with them.
No, they started at 7:30.
Okay, I'm trying not to fuck with the Saints.
No, fuck the Saints, man. Fuck the YouTube Saints. They're pussy ass bitch.
They started at 7:30. Oh yeah, you don't want to cut into the Saints. You're so sweet.
Yeah, we always end before that.
Yeah,
we were on the show last time. It was fun. That was really fun, dude. But yeah, dude, this is really, I love this conversation. I mean, honestly, this is a lot of stuff. Since it's not usually centered towards my channel, it's something that I've been meaning to. I want to stream about on my second channel that I never fucking use, and because I want to talk about this stuff because it's actually, it's very prevalent. Like this topic is very prevalent in my life, and in examining certain things, and I was examining things about myself and why, like, I would think that certain relationships didn't work out because I'm a fucking chill dude. I'm really chill. A lot of the time, I would say, fucking damn near 80% of the time, there was something wrong on the other end. Something happened, but then I started examining some stuff and realizing that, oh, there's some shit that I could have done different. Yeah. And one of the main things that I thought about, though, and I've been thinking about recently, is just how I live. Like, I don't look like it, dude, but I've always just been this, like, type of punk that likes to just couch surf and do whatever the fuck. I don't care. I want to go wherever. I want to live wherever. And I hadn't been about, like, stability and shit. As long as I have my car and my video games and shit, like, whatever. Moved back to America after living in Greece for a while. Didn't get my car back because I'm like, fuck it. I don't. It's not a necessity. Yeah. So I held off on it. But, you know, I got my games. Everything's chill. But the thing is, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, okay, wait. I want to be in a fucking relationship. I want to be in a legit relationship. And I don't even have my own fucking, like, my place for myself. I don't have my car right now. I'm like, what the fuck am I thinking? Yeah. Like, literally, that shit slapped me in the face. Where I'm like, what am I doing? Like, why am I even worrying about this shit when, you know, because I really want to save some money. I'm stacking up some money right now. So then I can do I'm trying to build my credit. I'm trying to do a lot of things. But I'm all at this simultaneously. I'm like, oh, dude, I'm longing for, like, I would like to have some dope ass connection that can really help me build my YouTube empire or whatever. And that can really give me motivation and stuff because, you know, your significant other can be like your absolute best motivator.
Yes.
And then me, I'm just like, well, I'm not in any fucking position to be in a fucking relationship. So it's like a catch-22, man. Yeah. It's crazy.
I don't know. I think that a lot of people sell themselves short. Like, I believe the same too. Like, I'm not really in any position to be in a relationship. Like, I'm $18,000 in debt. No, you know, like, I just want to be able to. I have to consolidate my credit. I'm gonna like fucking pretty much like toss my credit card out and only start spending in cash using debit and stuff like that. But like, but yeah, no, that's pretty much what's been going on. Like, so I get it. I get what you're saying, but I think that you can still, you know, there's so many people that are in relationships that are like hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, especially if you're in the States. You guys know all about that. Why the fuck are you guys laughing? You guys read a comment?
Oh, no. There's a comment.
Please, I want to see you wash your ass on camera.
Yeah, somebody wants me to wash my ass on camera. It just big, bold caps.
Bold caps.
So I'm just kind of like, it kind of just, so you're being very serious in that shit.
Sorry.
No, it's good. So like, I knew you guys probably saw a comment. But yeah, no, it's just like there's people with like hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, and they're in relationships. I mean, students in America, like when you graduate from university, some of them are over 100 grand in debt for sure.
Yeah.
But they still actually get relationships and they're still able to live. So I mean, technically speaking, like you're just selling yourself short.
My fucking school debt. Now that you mention it, I wasn't thinking about school debts. I was just thinking about, oh, I don't have a credit card. I don't have a credit card, thank God. But then you mentioned, no, some people are 100,000 in fucking school.
I mean,
I'm like, oh, baby.
Yeah. I have no school. I have like no school debt. I have no other debt like at all. I just have the credit card debt, and that's really just because I have this. Because I live at home and I don't pay any rent, and I'm like, fuck it. Whenever I want to buy, I buy. I go to a place, I'll buy, and like I'll go to bars and I'll be like, everyone, shots are on me. Like that's the kind of person I've always been, you know. So like, I mean, at fucking VidCon, I called the guy up, ordered alcohol, and then paid for it, and didn't tell anybody, and just like that was it. It was just like it's like. That's what I do. That's the lifestyle I have. So, but I gotta change that because it's not sustainable, and I'm being fucking retarded.
Hey man, you and me both. It's something that this year, because by next year I definitely want to have some shit. I actually I still need to figure things out. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like YouTube is all right, even though I've been kind of neglecting some shit, I haven't been releasing as much stuff as I could be. It's still doing all right. It's at a level where it's like, hey, I'm still working full time, and now it's time for me to like bust my ass, and so I can get to the next. Because one of the things I said, like, build my credit. My credit's fucked because of a couple of things, but it's not even that much. I literally like say I can actually pay everything off now, but all that I don't want to see all that money disappear from my account. Like fuck that shit, dude. I'll just make some payments, and it'll like everything's not nothing's going anywhere, and then like hopefully pretty soon we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll be a different fucking person. I gotta start busting my ass in the gym. I might be a complete fucking different person. I might even have like, goddamn, I might have a fitness channel. You never know, man.
Hey.
You might have a fucking fitness channel later. You never know. Like, what's
funny? I'm actually speaking to one of my friends is like a nutritionist and stuff like that, and like a wellness coach. Like, so I've actually been talking to her, and I'm gonna be like completely changing my diet, probably going for a more like plant-based diet, and then.
What?
Yeah, I have to because I want to lose my belly weight and I want to get ripped. So I am hoping that by October. Yeah, I'm hoping that by October. Yeah, but I'm not probably gonna go. I'm not gonna go.
No. Plant-based is not.
You're like yeah. Don't act like you are. Don't act like you're vegan, bro. No, but no, I feel you. It's what I even talked to her about it. I even talked to her to say like considering. For dietary purposes and stuff, and really just getting my ass into shape, because it's one of those things that I've been fucking around way too much. And I was just telling her that I had a really fucked up day when I left my phone in a lift, and it fucked my shit up. And then my friend had to pick me up from the doctor's office where I went, and all we did was like we picked up a bunch of food and we grilled and did all this shit because I was just like fuck this. I was in my gym clothes. I was supposed to go to the doctor, and then I was supposed to lift to the fucking gym, which is right around the corner from my house. Then it fucked my day up, dude. And like it just started like a spiral of just, we bought like a fucking pie and all this stuff. And all this bullshit that I shouldn't be touching at all. Like that a lot of people hearing this, would be fucking pissed off hearing me that I fucking ate pie the other day. But hey, you know what I'm saying? Everybody has fucked up days.
Well, it's okay. Right? Look at this. You see this? You see this? You see what this is?
Oh, you got it.
Fucking McDonald's, man.
Bunty's over here. I'm plant-based.
No. I'm talking to someone, and like we're gonna work on a diet plan together, and I'm gonna start prepping meals. Like that's the thing. I have to do it now because it's making no sense. Like I'm spending around $40 a day just on food. I said fucking for what? Like I could be spending $80 a week and been prepping all my food. And that could include meat if I wanted it to. Yeah, but no, it's fucking stupid. Like I think that I also realized something else. I was realizing that like I'm going to work, and I'm going to work in like jeans and a t-shirt, and I'm like I want to get a suit. I want to start dressing up to go to work. Like why am I dressing up? Why am I like dressing down to go to work? Like I have a corporate job in a way. Like shouldn't I be? And I meet with businessmen. Shouldn't I be like dressed to impress? Like what am I doing? Like how am I supposed to feel good about myself if I'm not like fucking actually dressing up like a badass? How am I supposed to be this guy on Twitter, this guy on YouTube or Twitter or whatever, bringing up cool ideas and like talking to people and like dishing out advice when I'm this fucking borderline fat Indian dude? Like fuck that shit, man. I'm disgusting.
Man, dude, if you're borderline fat, I am fucking like, I am on the brink of death. You know what I mean? Like I'm fucking balloon right now. Luckily,
no, you're not. No, you're not. Don't listen.
This motherfucker.
Don't.
I mean, look at this. Look at this.
What?
Oh my god.
Wait, get it back up there.
Okay, well, this is me when I'm walking around normally. I'm walking around like this normally. I'm chilling, all right? But when I let it go, there it is.
No, what?
I'm always trying to. Yeah, exactly. I look pregnant, man. Yeah.
Hey, bro.
I get these flapjack tits, like, ugh.
Dude, I'm right there with you, man. I'm fucking, dude. I am done. It's over. Like if it was like, if this trap right here was like, yo, what to do? Let's get the business, you know? And I'd be like, bruh, I mean, I'll unzip my penis from the
Unzip your penis?
I'll unzip it, you know what I mean? I'll take it out of the fly, but I'm not getting naked, bro. Like I'll just take it out. I'll take it out of the fly. We'll get done that.
Here's the thing though. I'm definitely I've never ever been ashamed of getting naked. Never. I don't care. I don't care.
I'm exaggerating, of course, but you know what I'm saying. But I am still.
Oh, it's never zipper.
No, not these fucking pants. No. Yeah. But no, that's good. That's always a good thing. It's fucking around this point though. Yeah, it's been whatever. We're gonna get it done. I'm gonna stop being so fucking huge, even though like, you know, there's a little bit. I gotta lose muscle too, dude.
No, honestly, we're both exaggerating. We're both exaggerating. Yeah, exactly. Like, we're not really massive. We're not really massive. It's just like, you know, I could just be a little bit healthier. I just want to be like.
Yeah, dad bods, dude. That's exactly so. I mentioned dad bods. That's what it is right now.
I just don't want that anymore.
I know. I feel you. And you know the funny thing is that's like become like a huge thing. Like the last girl that I was briefly talking to, she's talking about, she's like, oh, like I love dad bods. And I'm like, well, it's fucked up because I want to be like an Adonis. I want to be like fucking like cut. I want to be like good. And so I'm like, well,
God bod.
God bod. Oh shit, God bod. I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
Hashtag God bod.
Yeah. Somebody just like stop eating. I'm like, dude, yeah, I know.
Well, you should collab with Vegan Gains, man. I hear it's really nice. I hear like he's
a huge faggot.
So like if you're not a vegan, you should be gassed.
Basically.
Right? Is that his motto?
Nothing on me, bitch.
Ooh. You gotta take him down because he's been debating with everybody.
How could he even debate me?
I mean, just debate him whether he's a fucking cunt or not.
I mean, that's not even a debate.
Oh, you know what? He will debate. He'll debate you on the fact that like you have friends that eat meat, and like he thinks that you're morally inferior because you have friends.
Yeah,
that's probably it.
That's all we can say.
I don't like it. He's got a very big head. I mean, notice that his head goes out like this.
Dude,
it goes like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a fucking alien
like
head,
the
dude.
alien emoji.
Yeah,
totally.
It's crazy, man. I don't know if anyone's made fun of him for it. I mean, like it's kind of a little more for that. But like, it's such a, I don't know. He's got a weird shaped head. Definitely looks like there's a lot going on in there.
I mean, if he did that, dude, if he talked shit, I would love it. Like he's so.
He can't even say shit to me.
Balanced.
What can he say to me?
You're associating with the fucking carnivore. Why aren't you converting me, motherfucker?
Didn't he feed his dogs meat once?
Well, no, he's feeding the dogs meat now because the dog got incredibly sick on a vegan diet.
So he houses a carnivore.
He was trying to he's trying to feed his fucking. Whoa, sorry, what?
Oh yeah. Okay, let me break this down because this is there's a guy named Vegan Cheetah that made a really exposed video on him, and what happened was his girlfriend that looks like fucking Harry Potter. Like straight up, dude. You want to see Vegan Gaines' fucking girlfriend? Looks like Harry Potter. Like
Googling this Vegan Gaines' girlfriend.
I want to show everybody too. I want to show these people.
Oh, like shit.
Yeah, she's a character. She's hold on, it's fucking hard to type when it's not right in front of me.
Vegas.
I know, right? Being Gaines' wife. I forgot. Yeah, they're actually married. She's from Belgium, by the way. And then he imported her and married her. And I'm just like, oh, Oh.
Oh my god. Oh. Dude, she looks like Milo Stewart.
I mean, dude, I would bang Milo Stewart before fucking Vegan Gaines' wife. Right, let me
what happened?
I mean, she's always. I mean, that's just her.
Now
you know?
he's really gonna come. I mean, I fucking hope so.
Dude, I don't give a fuck, man. Let him come, man. Fucking Vegan Gaines. He's gonna fucking stab us. He's gonna murder us and shit with his fucking with his knife.
Which is fucking butterfly knife.
This fucking guy. But yeah, so that's this is beautiful. I mean, I don't usually like talking shit about people that, you know, whatever. But I mean, she looks like fucking Harry Potter, dude. She straight up looks like Harry Potter. And see, what happened was, okay, so they wanted a wolf dog.
Yeah, I read about that.
Yeah, and so what happened was, she imported a wolf dog from I think Belgium. She paid 1,000 euros for it. And the fucked up thing is, like, the guy Vegan Cheetah, he did a search. He did a Google search and or whatever, and it showed that in the area in Canada where they live, I think in Montreal. I'm not sure where they live, actually. I can't even be sure. But in the vicinity,
Vegan Gaines lives in Canada?
Yeah, he's in Canada.
Yeah.
He might be in Montreal. No, I think he's in Toronto, actually. I think he's in Toronto.
Yeah, he's got to be in Toronto. The guy's in fucking Montreal. No way. I'd be like, what the
You're like, no way, not in my city.
Like, what's he doing here? What's he doing here? He's a psycho. Yeah.
No. Okay. So yeah, what happened was, okay, so we got a wolf dog. They got a wolf dog and they shipped it, and then they said in a reveal, like, hey, we got a wolf dog. We adopted it, which was a fucking lie. They actually got it from a breeder, which people in the vegan community hate breeders because they're just breeding dogs, and then all the dogs in the shelters are fucked. Yeah. They all just get fucking thrown in the furnace and euthanized. Yeah.
The furnace.
Well,
I was really gonna say gassed, and I'm like, that's too stupid.
No, they get euthanized. They get euthanized and then thrown in the furnace. But yes, they get thrown in the furnace.
Yeah, but they do end up.
You just pictured a bunch of dogs getting thrown into a fucking raging fire.
But okay, so yeah, so they lied about that, and then the dog. So the dog was already had a traumatic flight, you know, a 24-hour flight where it was just covered in shit, and then it arrived in a very traumatic, you know, probably scared and like who knows what the fuck was going on. It's totally like neglectful, totally fucked up, unnecessary. And then they try to feed it a vegan diet. They were literally, and she said in her video, Harry Potter said that they were feeding the motherfucker like grains, like beans and rice, grains. Like they said they were feeding them a vegan diet. So, and then they switched to vegan kibbles.
Well, wait. There have been like actual dogs out there that survive on that, but like, bruh, you have to very specifically. This is a fucking wolf dog.
It's one of the. It's like the closest ancestor to an actual wolf.
Yeah, no. You're
right.
You're right.
It's not some stupid fucking Chihuahua.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this is basically just a generation from a wolf. Yeah. And so they were trying to feed it all this stuff, and it was getting really sick. And it was really sick, and then they tried to switch. They finally, after a while, they switched it to a proper diet, and then they started to feed it straight up raw meat, and they have like raw meat in a freezer and stuff, and obviously a lot of people are pissed off, and they try to come clean, like at least, and try to like, hey, this is what went down, but what she said, what Harry Potter said in her own vlog didn't line up, and then what Vegan Cheetah was saying didn't line up, just a fucking assholes, man.
Vegan Cheetah is a fucked up person too.
I don't know anything about him. I just watched the video about that, and it was a good video.
Okay.
I don't know anything about. The only thing I know about him, because he kept saying that Vegan Games was talking shit for him. He ate some cheese on a bread that he didn't know his sandwich had cheese on it or something, and he didn't want to waste it, so he fucking ate it. He said he doesn't like throwing away food.
That's stupid. Come on.
I mean, it's stupid, but at the same time, like.
No. I'm saying it's stupid for vegan.
Oh, gotcha.
No. Yeah,
gotcha.
like.
Yeah, it was one of those things, and he was like, and then so Vegan Cheetah like just called him out, did this huge expose. It was a really good video. It was really because I wanted to know what was going on with Vegan Games. Because I'm subscribed to the guy because I actually like his series. The way he does if people are natural or not. He calls it Natty or Not, and then he just reviews people like, hey, Zac Efron. Was he natty or not in that fucking Baywatch movie? Because if you look at Zac Efron in the Baywatch movie, he's fucking yoked, and he is like, he's got to be like less than like 10% fat or something.
Damn.
He's fucking like Like, oh man, if Zac Efron came over here, I might have to fucking bang him, dude. Never banged a dude before, but like just looking at that shit, I'm like, dude, that is a fucking gorgeous looking dude.
Godbod?
So people were saying, literal Godbod. Like literal fucking, like, look, let me pull that shit up so people don't, like, oh, this guy's gay. I'm like, dude, you're gonna be gay right now, dude. You're gonna turn gay right now. I'm gonna turn Bunty gay right now. Let me see. Zac Efron. And then after that, we'll probably wrap it up in a little bit because now we're just talking about fucking vegan gains and sexy Zac Efron. And but yeah, he's pretty. His body's pretty the opposite of thick. He's yoked. All right, hold on. Let me see if it's loading right now. You know, we got that.
Out yet? Is Baywatch out yet?
Yeah, it's been out for a while, I think. But here's the
It just looks fake.
Did it get shit reviews?
Did they CGI his body?
No, they just fucking like the movie. Like it's on. I'm gonna pressing the wrong buttons here, like a jackass.
Oh my god! It got 19% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's brutal.
I mean, dude, it's probably pretty bad.
Oh god!
But like, look at this guy, like how he used to look.
I feel like that second picture is just too much.
I mean, that's just like when you have no fucking body fat. And people are saying, like, because like this isn't an unachievable body to get. It's just that maybe he used steroids to sustain the body because it's very hard to sustain looking that fucking fantastic. Like as far as like say just the definition, that's Greek god statue shit. You know what I mean? And this is how he looked in say, a movie called Neighbors that came out a couple years ago. Or like, yeah, I think that's an ideal fucking body, right?
Wait, are you saying that the one on the right isn't really sustainable?
Well, it's extremely hard to sustain a body like that because you're at dangerous levels of body fat where, like say when you're under like 10% or something like that, where you can definitely tell that he is, that like it's very dangerous and you need like things like usually need supplements to. What am I doing? I'm just fucking going crazy right now. I forgot I was sharing this. I forgot I was sharing the screen. But yeah, like at certain levels like that. Usually when you don't have them, it's very dangerous. Usually you need to take supplements or usually some type of steroid to help sustain and keep your body fat down to levels like that where your body's not freaking out because your body needs fat.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's like, it's hard. Usually you only see people like that when they're training for a competition and after that they're like, fuck that, dude.
Or you're vegan games.
Or you're
Yeah, I guess for me, like, I guess that I don't ever want to be like that ripped. I still want to have like fat a little bit. I just want to like.
I mean, you see, like the one on the left, though. I mean, that. I
want to be big. I like want to be like broad, and like have the potential for it. I just need to.
You want to be buff as fuck, man? You want to be like you want to be like Kai Green?
Well, I already have broad shoulders. That's the thing, and I want to just be able to like have just nice legs and fucking. What?
That's disgusting.
Hold on.
That's what too much. Wait, no, put this one up on the screen.
I'm gonna go to it.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna get to it. And share this.
What is it?
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you this guy, this bodybuilder, Kai Green.
Ew.
You mean hot?
Ew.
Not you. Don't know.
Ew.
Oh, is he like? Oh, yeah, it's too much. Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah, that's what you want to get Bunty?
Ew.
No.
Never. Absolutely not.
I mean,
look at that.
You say that now.
Oh God.
You say that now, but fucking, I'm gonna see you next VidCon, Bunty.
Like this looks like a piece of
never ever
jerky. Like what is that?
It's like beef jerky.
It literally looks like ew.
Turned on, baby.
Ew,
yeah, you like that shit? Yeah. I hope the chat enjoyed this. Dude, he totally does look like Goro. Somebody was like,
he does look like Goro, dude. Oh my god. Looks like Goro. Oh god. Perfect.
So it's like Kai Green is daddy.
He's
yeah. Oh yeah. Dude, quick thing, and then we'll wrap this up. Fucking, I was watching a thing about steroid accusations within the WWE universe, and somebody was saying, don't fucking do it. Oh my. Anytime somebody says somebody, she fucking has to bring up that
yeah, it's always it happens, right?
I'm sorry.
It's all good. But no, there were people actually saying that because The Rock said this, he said in an interview that when he was young, like around 18 through 20 or something, he used steroids around that time, and then that's it. And I'm like, have you seen The Rock? In his old, like, I believe that he stopped using steroids around in his career in the WWE. But outside of it, this motherfucker is a monster. And there were people, I was watching this video in the comment section saying, you need to get educated, bro. He stopped using steroids. Like, he doesn't use, he's all natural.
Allegedly.
Like let's look up The Rock.
Yeah, he's massive.
Let's look, he's literally a giant fucking boulder.
Yeah, even like that one.
I'll pull one more screen share.
Supposedly,
and I'll be like,
they use actually this steroid that is super natural, and like, it's cost a lot of money. It's like supposedly like $9,000 a month or something like that. Like, that's how fucking expensive it is. It's like some serious shit.
What a lot of people are doing now, because obviously they can't get away with using anabolic steroids, what they use is it's called HGH, the human growth hormone. And there's a lot of people that have been that are being accused of it. And the hard part of why it's hard to test it is that you naturally have HGH in your body. And like, say, when you finish a workout, your HGH is pretty high. So they can just attribute it to being, oh, we can't tell if this is because of outside influence or whatever. And so a lot of people like The Rock will say, I'm not using this shit. They'll say, I'm not doing steroids. They're just doing HGH. Fucking John Cena. The same thing, this bitch. John Cena says he's fucking natural. Like, John Cena, man. Fucking John. Look at this motherfucker, dude. Like, if you see bodies like this, humans they cannot have that.
Actually, no. John Cena doesn't have like crazy abs. He doesn't. Look, you can see that his abs aren't like fucking. I
mean, it doesn't have to be the ab. It's the size of the body. Like, you actually have caps. Like, there's science behind this shit of where your body can cap out at. Unless you're like a freak, like, say, and you have a naturally just large frame, like somebody like Brock Lesnar. Like, Brock Lesnar, he's also experimented with steroids, but he's also always been insanely huge. Like, he's just a huge guy. But like, say, when you look at the bodies like this, and he's done bodybuilding competitions, and he says, "Oh, I'm all natural." Get the fuck out of here, dude.
You look like such a fuckboy in that picture, man, with that lock on. His
he just generally.
You guys want to see somebody else that says they're fucking a natty? It's Dana Lynn Bailey. She's a Miss Olympia. Well, let me see if I can spell right. Yeah. She says she's natural. No. Let me show you this woman right here.
Girl, nah.
Let me show you this fucking woman right here that says she's fucking natty. Yeah, this fucking girl right here says she's all natural. She does not use fucking steroids.
She's
like I don't get it. It's like, do people find this like
just the bodybuilding world? They think this hot, and like nobody else does.
I'd let her ride me, for sure.
Well, yeah, she's not.
I mean, like, same, but
she actually she can clean up very well. Like, say, if you I look at her Instagram pictures and stuff, and her voice, and you can tell she doesn't take anabolic steroids because her voice is very feminine. Like, she just uses the HGH.
Yeah, because if you take steroids, you start developing like.
And there's a lot. Yeah, like just like there was the WWE star China, where she was using anabolic steroids and she sounded completely like a man. She's like, hi, and then her jaw was like, fucking dude, it would like kill you. Like, it was that intense. And I hope you guys love this this display of these hot ass. Oh, I see somebody asked about Jinder Mahal. And Jinder Mahal, he's the WWE champion on SmackDown. This guy went from really small, and now he's fucking just cut like a motherfucker, dude. He is. Let me see, like, if I put in Jinder Mahal, and if I put in like steroids, like I hate typing this far. It's so weird.
I know, right?
I'm like so far away from it. But like, say, if you look at how
I'm sorry.
Wait, you can't see yet. I'm not even sharing it. You know what's funny though? This is an Indian guy. He's Punjab, and he's from Canada. Oh, I'm gonna show you right now.
Yeah, I know.
Just being an asshole.
She's just being But yeah, so this is Jinder Mahal.
What?
And
his arms look like they're growing roots.
Dude, literally, it's like a fucking roadmap and shit. And this is him now, and people are like, oh, he says, oh, this is just me training really hard, staying consistent, eating right. I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, look at this.
He's got such an Indian nose.
He went from dad bod to not even.
Like, look at how Indian his nose is though. Like, go see his nose. Like, zoom in on that shit.
It's a very Indian nose.
Indian. Oh my god, bro. So I'm so thankful for my features. I don't know. Like, I know this is gonna sound really fucked up. I can see it. Like, thankful that I look the way I look. Like I just of it.
Does he fight in his
like, it is
his turban?
My nose like fucking massive, right? Like that. Just like a pretty normal nose.
Don't need Bunty. I have a wide nose too.
Hey, but no, that's different.
Kind of
You're different. I'm not fucking making fun of wide noses here. I'm just saying, like, for like, oh my god, I realize how bad that sound. I must be sound so bad. I'm a shit person. I'm just a shit person. In this stream, you guys discovered that I'm a piece of shit. That I'm shallow, and I think Jinder Mahal looks very Indian. And
yeah. Well, there you go. All right, so last thing I'm gonna do, we just had one last super chat. Just one last one by a man named Bearded Swordsman. I love that name. It's actually kind of a nice name. $2, man. Thank you for the $2. And you want to read what it says?
Yeah. Bunty is sexy the way he is. Wink. No homo.
Thank you.
Aww.
Thank you.
I mean, I would be satisfied with, especially since of how out of control like my weight has gotten. Like if I was at your size, I would be pretty satisfied. Even though, like, say I love, like, I would take it to the next level. Start to like, harden up my muscles and stuff. But it's one of those things that I'm like, yeah, I see Bunty and I'm like, yeah, you look good, bro. But I know it's always on an individual level. It's always on like it's like it's gonna be you're only gonna satisfy yourself. You can't have other people say that you look fine. It's not gonna fucking work.
Yeah.
Other people telling you that it's not gonna do anything. You have to be like, okay, I have to do it. I talked about that where I mentioned earlier that my stepsister she was asking me about her opinion on her getting breast implants because she had like a very small chest, and I told her, I'm like, no, that's dumb. No, why would you do that? Like you're fucking fine. And I also said, I'm like, hey, you're already with your boyfriend. You've been with them for a very long time. This was back in like 2008. And they're married now. They got married like a year ago. Like they stayed together the entire time. And I was just like, what do you got? What the fuck you want bigger tits for? What the hell? But she was just like, I just want them. Like I want them for myself. And I was kind of like, fair enough, because you want it. You're doing it you're not doing it for other people. And I can respect that. And I think that's the same thing where, like I said, I think Bunty looks fine, but then Bunty, you might be like, no, I need some work. And I'm like, yeah, that definitely, I totally get that.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. And we got another super chat real quick from Heavy Arms Kai. This dude's a regular. He said $5. He said, shit, I missed it. Were you watching Game of Thrones, you asshole? I bet you were watching Game of Thrones, weren't you?
I've already seen
it.
Well, just like it. Oh yeah, because it leaked, right? You.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, some people probably watched the leak one, but you had to.
No fucking way.
You had to.
Okay, sure.
Everyone spoils everything on Twitter. I don't want to fucking do it, so I had to watch it. I couldn't.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, people fucking hate spoilers, man.
Was it last season? No. It was the season before last season where they released the first 4 episodes.
I think it was 6, actually.
Yeah.
No, the first 4 episodes in 2015, they just released 4 of them, and I was like, oh shit! I'm like, fuck, I gotta watch it. I can't not watch them. I have to see all of them.
Oh, okay. All right, and then Heavy Arms Kai replied because I said he was watching Game of Thrones, but he said he's actually playing Space Engineers. So fair enough, man. I've actually never played that. I've never played that. Right now, I'm just working on Dark Souls 3. And I can't wait to play later on today. But hey, that's all we got. We got a. What are you gonna say, something?
Oh, I was gonna peace out.
Oh, I thought you were like, oh, hold on.
Oh, hell.
I got something to say, motherfucker. But no, that's it, man. Hey, everybody, thanks for sticking around. It's always lovely reading the chat. You guys aren't as cancerous as I would think you would be. There's just a little bit of cancer.
Just a
moderate amount of cancer. And I want to thank Bunty for coming on, dude. Always
my pleasure. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, definitely. If you guys haven't heard of Bunty King,
go subscribe.
Go sub to him, dude. He has a really good channel. I really like his talks, man. Yep. Really, really fucking great guy. Obviously, if you're watching now, you would know. And just one last super chat real quick. Seth Base $2. He says, I want to see Ben Shapiro adopt you and love you. I don't know. I feel like Ben Shapiro would fucking just neglect the fuck out of me. Like he seems like a cool guy, but he also seems like he does not seem like a carer. He seems like an asshole.
No,
he would not like.
He would give you to his wife.
Yeah, and be like, ew, what is this?
I'm sure he cares about his family and stuff like that.
Oh, definitely his family. I'm just saying, if you wanted to outside, I think he would look at me and be like, ew, what is this? Ew, get this away from me. So this isn't facts and stuff, you know, like he's that tagline, like facts don't care about your feelings. And I'm like, yeah, all right, fair enough. All right, guys. So for real, this time, we'll see you later. You guys have a wonderful day. Make sure you watch your Game of Thrones. Make sure you have sex with your significant others. Make sure your others, or tell them that you love them. You don't have to have sex with them. It's all good. You know, just make sure you tell everybody. Tell someone you love them today. Yes. And then that's it.
Stay supreme.
Stay supreme. Oh, that's so gay.